Aloha, my name is Ayla Yazi. I am the Vice Chairwoman of the Las Vegas Paiute Tribe. We welcome you to our ancestral lands of the Niwu, Southern Paiute people, for the first ever Western Regional Native Hawaiian Convention on the continent. Present with me today are members of our Tribal Council, Councilmember Alfreda Mitri, Councilmember Marla Pete, Councilmember Deborah Faria, and Councilmember Kenny Anderson. I would also like to take the moment to acknowledge the participation of staff for the U.S. Senate Committee on Indian Affairs in this event. This bipartisan committee plays a pivotal role in shaping the future of all Native peoples by protecting and advocating for their rights, and we are grateful for their visit to our reservation. We thank the Council on Native Hawaiian Advancement for bringing this gathering to Las Vegas and providing a platform for the discussion of issues affecting the Native Hawaiian people. As fellow Indigenous people, we stand by your side in uplifting our communities together. We see this moment as an opportunity to make bonds of friendship and deepen our understanding of each other's unique experiences and cultures. And it is fitting that we are gathered here in Las Vegas, a place that so many Native Hawaiians now call home. Our community is richer and fuller because of their presence. Like you, our people have faced their share of adversity over the years. And like you, we are still dealing with the aftermath of colonization in terms of providing education, housing, and healthcare for our people. Like your beautiful island, we know firsthand what it means to lose ancestral lands through colonization and development. We understand the loss of sacred sites and cultural lands, such as your fight to preserve Mauna Kea. We understand that the taking of communal lands that were sources of life and culture. I'd like to share with you a little of our own story, which by historical accounts began about 900 years ago. Our ancestors were migratory, and traveling throughout the Las Vegas Valley was purposeful. In the winter months, our ancestors lived in the Las Vegas Valley where you are now. In summer, they lived in the mountainous areas where it was cooler than the desert valley. Today, these summer places of our ancestors are called Mount Charleston, Kyle Canyon, and Red Rock. Once the Spanish Trail, a major trade route, was established throughout our lands, everything changed. As a result, by 1911, the only land in the entire Las Vegas Valley that was once our home was reduced to a 10-acre plot deeded by a wealthy Las Vegas landowner for a reservation. It took another 60 years for the federal government to even recognize us as a sovereign nation. On that small plot of land, the Las Vegas Paiute tribe adapted to a rapidly growing city and established a tiny business, the smoke shop. As we grew successful, our tribe petitioned the federal elected representatives to address our land issues, which they eventually did in 1983. And a piece of homeland was once ours again. This land is called the Snow Mountain Reservation, in honor of our ancestors, named for Mount Charleston at Snow Mountain. We built a championship golf resort that blends with the desert environment our people cherished. It is a beautiful spot in the valley for tribal members and visitors alike. If any of you here are golfers and have time while you're here, please come visit. Among other enterprises, we also have established a legal cannabis retail center that is one of the largest in the country and serves as an excellent example of a successful tribal business. And we have partnered with private energy companies to help provide Nevada with new green energy sources, much of which will pass through our reservation lands. We require these companies to negotiate with us for fair and equitable rights of way for transmission lines to cross our lands. That is a contrast to the experience of some other tribes who have been forced to accept unconsented transmission lines by the action of state and federal agencies. We are proud of these accomplishments. Today, our tribe faces attempts by a powerful non-tribal and non-sovereign government to deny us tribal water rights that have been enshrined by the Supreme Court. The same threat faces other tribes as the Western states struggle to deal with years of drought. Water will be a significant issue confronting Western Indian tribes like ours as states and local governments try to deprive them access to the same resources needed for economic development that are available to others. We know the spiritual value the Native Hawaiian culture places on life-giving water. We too know water is life. Land is another issue. On a positive note, in Nevada, more than 70,000 acres of ancestral lands have been returned to tribes. Legislation to release another 20,000 acres to the tribes has been introduced. Our tribe is seeking the same consideration for our Snow Mountain Reservation. As other Nevada tribes, we wish to preserve and maintain a portion of the Las Vegas Valley as it was for our ancestors, and we need it for our descendants and the generations to come. When our Snow Mountain Reservation was created, we were isolated. There was no development near us, but now developers eye the lands surrounding our reservation as opportunities to build. One day our Snow Mountain Reservation may be one of the few spots that remain as they were when the Spaniards arrived. We have been fighting and will continue to fight to prevent what we can. From the experience of our own tribe, you can rest assured that we stand with you, the Native people of Hawaii, in the fight to safeguard the gains Indigenous people have made and to make even more of them in the futures. In conclusion, it is essential to recognize that our struggles may never end, but our unity is forced to be reckoned with. We believe that working together, we can create a stronger and more resilient future for all our communities. So as this gathering commences, let us come together in the spirit of aloha, with open heart and minds to share our stories, traditions, and knowledge. Let us build relationships of mutual respect and support, honoring not only our differences, but also our shared heritage as Indigenous peoples. Together, we can continue the legacy of our ancestors and pave the way for a brighter and more hopeful tomorrow. We celebrate with you the unique and wonderful Native culture of Hawaii. We hope you enjoy the coming days of events and activities, and we honor and welcome you to the ancestral home of the Southern Paiute people that is now called Las Vegas. On behalf of the Las Vegas Paiute tribe, mahalo. Thank you.
No e au, lauele kamana o ika heke o na puano, luna mai kalama, velo I kalani, nani lua ole ike kau, mai o kamahina, wao o Hawaii, ke oli no nei, hele I kui ia, hele papahi ia, ona pua ho o he no wili wili pu'u, o ku'u ho aho ilihi ai ka mana o he hoa no kalei, e ulu maua he nui ke aloha, mahalo e kalei, kalei o ka mauna hau, kui ka hano aloha aloha la, aloha aloha.
Ha'ayak, it is good.